Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. You don't know it's also the most Bojo gang in the building. It's been a long while. And it's well overdue. It's well overdue. Gentlemen, good night. What's going on?
Everything is blessed.
All is well, all is well.
Albi Celeste. Best in the good. As in GOTE, greatest of this era.
Really now.
I didn't GOT, but I get it.
You want to expand upon that? Make you 5 minutes to talk about that, you know?
No, we don't.
Okay. I try to bring it up. But anyways, we're going to get down to the meat of the matters and, run through the Premier League games where just play and the games were due tomorrow and Saturday and the rest of the day. So, first and foremost, Blacks. Yeah. I freestyle tonight, I start with your Liverpool team.
Oh, I actually didn't watch the game for Liverpool game this week. I say I wasn't there. I hear a lot of conversation, but I wasn't there. I didn't actually watch the game.
I think Bojo watched it. I watched it.
I watched it.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Liverpool look good. Them look better than all them did play before the season break.
Salah looked better. You know what I mean? And the front three played relatively well. I think that whatever we'll say about Nunes and the chances he missed, the offense are going forward. They look better.
I'll say we need a live to talk about Nunes by himself.
Yeah, but he'll play itself out. I think that the more in play, we'll see how it goes, right? You know what I mean? But what he has done is create pace and run-ins in behind. I don't know why Villa played such a high line when they did, because it just seems like I'm surprised. Yeah, I was surprised. Yeah, and Villa created chances. I think Bailey. Looking at Bailey, he was dangerous, but just the final decision, just the final pass, it wasn't there for them. You know what I mean? But they tried their best, and for Liverpool is a welcome win for them. So, it's onwards and upwards.
That game could have been.
He could have gone anywhere, right?
Could have been like a 4-4 game or a 5-4 or something like that.
Yeah.
It was open. Because Unai Emery wasn't backing down.
Yeah, they felt like they could attack Liverpool, right? I think that was.
But they had chances. They had some good looks.
Yeah, and then what's his name? Ollie Watkins had one where he scored. He was just offside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, if you're Liverpool, you just take the 3 points and move on, especially just forward and back. And then
if we're being honest, if Darren Nunes was having an game, Liverpool have blown them out of the park. Just being honest.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was saying. Like them passed up so much chances. Villa. It was a chaos, but that's how it goes.
Well,
anything?
The one I did watch the highlights of the game after, and Liverpool has been, or you should say, we have been fumbling around with the midfield for a while now, and the problem is the ball get from the next team to our defense in a split second. There is no resistance in the middle to stop them from running at our defenders. And in all of the highlight I'm watching extended highlight, and every time you see Aston Villa had a free run at our defenders, one-on-one situation, fast break situation. It's happening so easy, and it's not just in this game. It has been happening all year, where you're seeing that before as the ball move, it is one-on-one with Van Dijk, it's one-on-one with Matip, it's one-on-one with Trent. You can't continue to give one-on-one with Premier League teams and expect to keep clean sheets or to have a good defensive record. And from the misses I saw Aston Villa did, Ali Watkins actually had an easier one that I thought he should have put away to, and I don't know what the hell he didn't put away. So we really need to tighten up in the middle. we really, really need to tighten up in the middle and stop get the man them to run at our defenders the way that they are at the moment, because it's a free reign attackers are having at Liverpool defense at the moment. They know they're gonna get the chance because we midfielders are just not shutting down those players, cutting out those little things out. What they used to do in the past, it's just not happening.
Yeah.
You make a good point, because if it wasn't for the brilliance, the keeper name Alisson, like Alisson and Van Dijk, what I say is a two-man show, because them bailing out a lot of times. So we see.
Yeah, well, the best thing about the defense in the last game was that Robertson got an assist that made him the highest scoring defender, assist-wise, in the Premier League history. That was very good of him. I need to give the guy some credit. We give Trent a lot of credit, and a lot of other fullbacks in the Premier League have got a lot more credit than what he does. But for the last 5 years, the guy has been spectacular, what he has provided in terms of assists. You know, the last 5 years, it's spectacular. And that he has the record right now, he should be commended.
That's fair enough. All right.
We're gonna move. Greg, you want to add anything before we move?
Not really. I'm just surprised the way Emery set up for that game. Going out playing. I mean, I know they were playing at home, but you're playing against Liverpool. I was expecting him to play more compact, like a 4-2-3-1 or even a 4-3-3. But he went to the 4-4-2, which was, the middle of the park open for. I mean, Black talk about the middle of the park open for Liverpool. The middle of the park was open for Villa. So that was kind of suicidal, the way him set up the team. Yes, it worked for him in Spain playing with was it Villarreal or wherever? Villarreal is coming from. It worked there, but you don't really see teams being successful playing 4-4-2 in the Premier League. That rarely happens anymore, So I was kind of a suicidal move from him. But yeah, Liverpool. I mean, if Nunes was scoring, as everybody pointed out before, jeez, he would have been over before halftime. But thank goodness he hasn't found his scoring shoes yet. And hopefully it lasts for the rest of the season.
Well, it was 7 goals in 10 games before the break, So it's not like he has lost it completely.
In what? In some of the cup games?
No. Most of them were in the Premier League.
Yeah, 7 goals in the Premier League?
No. He has 5 in the Premier League.
Well, I'm talking about the Premier League now, sir.
I'm saying, you're saying
the amount of chances he has missed in the Premier League. Come on now, Blacks. If this was Pepe or Sancho or Kai or Timo Werner, would have killed.
But no, he's more like Salah in a Salah first season, missing a whole lot of them.
No. Salah had lots of misses, but yes, Salah was scored. You forgot Salah scored like 30-something goals his first season?
I remember.
Yeah, so don't do that. I mean,
14 games gone.
That's Salah's biggest fan, but don't style the G like that. 14 games gone. Bujo, you think say R.I.P Pele, but I think that was the first thing you would address.
I should.
You forgot.
I should.
That's why when you don't write stuff down.
Yeah.
You know, a freestyle thing, man.
No, but
alright, that's enough on Liverpool game.
Yeah, but may I say R.I.P to the legend,
I mean, me never want to split the Premier League and just, you understand?
Alright, continue. Carry on.
Alright, that's enough on Liverpool.
Of course.
Quite
I miss too much. Well, quickly, Blacks. You saw the midfield was thin, but you had Fabinho, Henderson, and Thiago in there.
But it's not so they're thin. I didn't say they're thin. I said that they need to play better. They need to play that role that they were playing in the past, where they were the ones doing a lot of that defensive work by stopping the next team from getting to our defense. Right now, they are not stopping the team from getting to the defense.
Henderson is cool now, and Thiago can't really stop anybody, so basically Fabinho, your accent do all of that.
No, Fabinho is slower than
that was happening. You had a Milner and Jugs, and you had Wijnaldum, and you had a younger Henderson. Big difference.
And Jugs.
Well,
Milner is still on Jugs, so I said it's okay.
Yes. We'll move on.
Yeah, let's go. Next.
Good signing. The only thing you can say about Liverpool, good signing out of Cody Gakpo. It'd be interesting. Everybody's excited to see what he can do. Let me see Klopp press conference, and people are trying to say it's a Virgil van Dijk thing, and Klopp was saying basically, he was happy to join Liverpool. So we're happy to see him. Hopefully, he can play as soon as possible because it's an exciting signing for the Premier League.
It is. My excitement about it is where is he gonna play and how they're gonna play him. I know right now because of the injuries, he may be playing off the left where Diaz would have been. But I'm excited to see when Firmino gets back. Will he drop into a number 10 role? Will he? Where will he eventually be for Liverpool? Is the only question I actually have. But again, you can't have too much quality, and all I look at it is that it's another quality attacking player that you have, and when you put all them together, Klopp is a great coach, and you expect he's gonna make the best out of it.
I think that's it. I could care less because we've seen when play like 4 forward players before. So 4 forward players meaning Firmino, Mane,
Salah.
and Salah and somebody else. Salah and Jota. I've seen him play that, right? So yeah, I can see that happening in some sort of variations. For me, it don't really matter as long as he forward and he's productive. That's the only thing that is intriguing really for me.
It could be a 4-2-4 like PSG plays at times. We have seen PSG played under Thomas Tuchel, which was a very attacking formation, to be honest.
Jackson, push.
I wish he was here.
Is it
Yeah, Kush just being bad man because they turn on Man United. That's
you never want him. They never wanted him.
That's what they're gonna say, but they were scouting him from last year. Just like Arsenal. Arsenal was scouting him. I can be honest with that. We were interested in him.
It's funny because watch it like you can know who they send certain things. Like me just look on this. I mean, I don't know in government, but me just look on this and say this look like something cool, should I say?
Enough of Liverpool, Boju. Come on. We're talking about Tottenham game or not really?
That's exactly where I was going. Would you say 2 points dropped by Brentford after going up 2-0?
I mean, if you're a Brentford fan, you would say that, but I mean,
Tottenham had good chances too. The game
as a football fan, you can't read. That would be like, this Tottenham, I mean, we know we're not like them, but yeah, I wouldn't really look at it as a 2 points drop by Brentford.
Well, Greg, you said that, but Tottenham created nothing in that first half. If you watch the first half, and again,
them did flat in the first half.
Trash.
Yeah, I was watching it.
Yeah, and I'm looking at
it. Still, but
you know who? It's one that rubbish them on NBC. I don't know which one of them, but they say it's frustrating for watch Tottenham because every game seem to take on the same kind of character where them start poor and then them halfy is like somebody say, oh, you have to wake up because you're down 1-0 or 2-1 or whatever, and then they start playing. When they start playing and really go after it, you see them quality. You see them can really be way more offensive and really score against teams. But every game then just start off with this passive sort of look that if I was a Tottenham fan, I would be very, very, very disappointing because they really can do something, at least be a top 4 team. But I think that because I negativity I manage, I didn't go miss it. Every big game they lose. I think from this season, most of big games they lose, and because I negative tactic, and it's not right. It's not looking good. Even though them beat them end up, was it they beat Brentford, right? Because I even forgot what was. Okay, yeah, it's a 2-2 draw, right?
Yeah.
And you see me say it because in that sense, if I was Brentford, I'll feel like, I'm feel lucky if he get away with it because Tottenham could have ended up winning. But there's a sense that every game take on a same sort of characteristic if you are a Tottenham fan. It's not good enough.
Bro, Brentford get a chance. Brentford could have got 3-0 up in the first half. And mind you, this Tottenham team, many pundits and before the season start add Tottenham in at well, them can still make the top 4, but
Yeah.
them not lucky.
They would have been in and around, the top 2, 3 because them spend money, and you thought that what they did in our transfer market with Antonio Conte, you thought they could have pushed.
And the way they finished last season.
It's one of them things that you thought that they could have do something, but it's just
They're still in the top 4, to be honest, though. So.
yeah.
The
I
one,
don't see them finishing there.
the one thing about that game that I took from that game was Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney is a beast, but and then the drop back of saying what has he done to his career? Has he messed it up with this whole gambling allegation? I'm looking at him. I think I said it on the blog. Arsenal needs a striker right now. There was a time when you would say Ivan Toney, he could be solving a problem for somebody who needs a striker right now, but nobody would touch him. Has he messed himself up?
I don't know. At first, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't think he was Arsenal quality, and I never watched enough of him in a championship because I just don't watch the championship anymore. So I didn't know enough about him. But he has given a good account of himself, and even watching him in this game, he really looked dangerous. So at first, didn't know much about him, but he looked like he improved himself this season to be a player who can play at a higher level. Is he Arsenal quality again? It's there to be seen, but he looks good.
I prefer to go by Mitrovic.
Really? Based on what?
No, with Ivan Toney blocks, I mean, yes, you go get better than Nketiah, but how much better you go get for how much money then go on for him?
A whole lot.
Eh?
A whole lot better.
A whole lot of money or a whole lot better?
A whole lot better than Nketiah. A whole lot.
We're not
different.
Not a whole lot better. I wouldn't say that.
He does have a different. You say something different, Woodrow, and I think you talk about physical presence and
That's basically.
he's strong. You know what I mean, and he's fast. He look like he have pace about him.
Well, that's the first thing that he would have done for Arsenal team. He would have provided a presence that I don't think Arsenal have in their team. You don't have that presence anywhere up front there. And he would have provided that for the team, and he's gonna bang them in. And with all the guys imagine the service from that is Odegaard and Saka, and he playing with Martinelli, and he's been the finisher for that team. He would probably he'd be close to catching McHalland.
Bro,
Really,
he's not that clinical.
Huh?
I don't think he's not that clinical.
He's scoring 11 goals. How much he got? 12 goals on a Brentford team who doesn't do the same thing what Arsenal does.
With about 5 penalties.
Imagine that. We don't have to worry about penalty anymore.
We don't have to worry about penalty. Anyone over the front 4 can kick penalties. Anyone.
Again, I just think that from the whole thing happen, all I've been thinking of is that I think Arsenal would have been a very good shout for him, but you may think different.
No, sir.
No, me actually did call him name, but them are going to want too much money for him, man.
I know your money. Are you in Stan Kroenke?
But he's not worth it. He's not that.
Yeah, it's about.
Bro, if prefer to go sign Matt Giroud, bro. Big man thing.
That's a preference right there.
Yo, but you are saying like I gimmicks, but
No, for real.
Right,
no. Up the pace, but physically, bro.
Listen, chump up the money and go get Felix.
Get who?
Felix.
I'm so excited about that. I don't know how I'm gonna fit in that.
Like, apart from his name, is he gonna help on that as a forward, a centre forward?
Yeah.
Oh, Felix?
Felix.
I'm not that excited about it. I don't know how I'm gonna
really?
go from early.
What is Felix gonna bring to the team to get him over the hump? Because that's what we need right now. Somebody go bring him over the hump.
You watch before Atletico, because Atletico play a kind of ball game, a kind of stifling game.
I'm saying Felix, is he a clinical striker? Is he gonna replace the work what Jesus because of the injury? Like really
something slightly from Jesus. He never had the link up play like drop off, and which he can do because he do that sometime in
Portugal.
It's when you watch not even just Portugal. When you watch Atletico play him with Cunha. they play Cunha up top and have him either play like a 10 or half of the wing. So him do a whole heap of link up play. So him have that just like Jesus.
How much 10 on already? 3?
1.
On have one on play. Him injured?
Yeah, him injured. So we have Vieira and thinking. But no, he go play as a striker.
No, me attack one last year was no leading goal last year. Me attack one no play.
Make the room attack.
Just come. Yeah, me tell you, say him just come back in a training. So we have Vieira and Odegaard as the other 10 them. But anyway, no to Ivan Tony Blacks. That no make no sense whatsoever.
All right.
Tikusha have a field day in the comment section.
No sense whatsoever.
Like
Shamar Nicholson. Both sides of the ball, I'll rate him more than Ivan Tony if you don't ask me. But that are probably biasness too as a Jamaican side.
You sound like you have been drinking, sir, and a lot. I didn't say what. You say a lot.
Stick to the results.
And next.
Southampton for relegation. What want to say?
It might catch them this year, right?
Them have ball where we can't get, you know.
What, bros?
I know for a fact Nottingham Forest is getting relegated. I know for a fact they're getting
Come on, Nick. That was so hard to choose, wasn't it?
But
no,
but the truth is though, do we know anybody who will get relegated with you? Like, listen me, there's a lot of football left to play.
True, because only what? 15.
Really and truly, there's so much football left to play. Like nothing is decided. Everything is so fluid. And as much as we don't want to make some pronouncement, if you look on the league, look on like Forest, that Forest team in if they win a game, they're out of the relegation zone and up to about 14 or something like that. One game.
Too early for call, man.
It's very hard early for call, man, and things can change. Things can change.
And remember, the chancer we not gonna play a big part in what happened for your side season, you know.
I can't me first and then looking at players still after 23.
Yeah,
First
them have
more money to spend.
Yes.
I think they should now look at a new manager. I think it's
Mr. Bean did this bit. Time we move on now.
Yeah, and I think it's admirable that they try to stuck by him. You understand what I mean? Because he did bring them up. It might be unfair if you just get rid of him, but it looked like say in message now get through. I mean, you give him one more game and see what happens, but at this point, you have to bring in somebody else and see if you can get a tune out of this team.
Well, if you are following what happened to Forest, they actually renewed this contract earlier on about a month before the World Cup, and they fired their scouts, all of them transfer committee or whatever they're using. They fired all of them and bring in a new board for it.
Yeah,
that's what they have done.
Coach, which one is Shane coach just soon get fired? Rogers matter?
Rogers intact. Well, probably after this game, because he play Liverpool next.
I have a lot of coaches. You have to be more specific.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I saw which one. Could be anyhow.
It could be
Sean Dash. Sean Dash out of my job.
Well, yeah. Or it could be.
I honestly think pertaining to football, like I love Lampard. He was one of my favorite players at Chelsea. But I feel like have done a very awful job as a manager. His time was
playing all right in a couple weeks ago, but okay, then fall off the wagon again.
I feel like the great thing he did at Chelsea, like him actually believe in young players, and him actually believe in building the team around young players. But I feel like he's one of the coaches where I'm gonna lose his job.
I don't know.
Him should have lose
first, Lampard or Rogers? Who is the first?
I think Lampard before Rogers. My best bet is Lampard.
I think Rogers kind of up against it because Leicester, they're bringing up a few players, but they haven't really strengthened, to be honest.
They can't. They actually have some financial issues. They actually have no money to do it. That has been their issue. Even the money that they got from Fofana or what them sell, they actually can't even spend that money.
Yeah, Mahrez and Dembala, they drink water.
No, that is from the past. But in this cycle, they and Everton are in a similar situation financially.
Everton in a worse situation.
Yeah. Everton impossible. They can't spend at all. And basically the owner pay for Leicester, so they have money.
Huh?
Everton always have good youth system, so they can promote some players. Everton youth team always.
Them
But
want
that's
money.
what they need right now. They
Them
need
money
quality.
them not sell guard man sell under the guard.
Send him to Chelsea, because Chelsea love buy for Everton.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And then they would get relegated. He was their best light, their shining light.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, tough luck for them. I'm not really sorry
All
for
right,
them.
let's move on.
Mm-hmm.
Newcastle, are they here for real or what's
I
going on?
just feel like they're having the run over last season. I just feel that's what's taking place right now.
We say them not the permanent. They're
No,
just
just a run right now. Everything is a cycle. Everything takes place at a period of time.
bro, but the man them have the football to back it up, bro.
Still a run.
It's not like they want play.
Buju,
They have the football to back up the results.
Buju. We have to sit next season. We can't talk about this. It's too early.
Next season.
Not talk about this season.
We want to see next.
Young sir, they
Can't talk
watch the team. What are you talking about?
Huh?
They watch Chelsea.
What are you talking
Oh,
about?
the thing is, though, if you're going to wait till next season, remember, they have money to spend. They still haven't really spent enough.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, we're jumping ahead of ourselves, right? They're having a good season right now, right? Let's wait until next season before we do this, because this is the same thing. What we want to talk about when Bruno will play for Man U. Everybody had him as like he's this magnificent player, right? And then things and time change, right? And we realize that Bruno is actually not that good.
Wait, so Bruno is a knockoff.
That's a bit harsh. Bruno is still good. I mean, he kind of fall back a little bit when Ronaldo came to the team.
No.
He's not the man there anymore. But you can't say Bruno is not good. But we're talking about Newcastle right now.
This season, you can't talk about next season. We're talking about. You think they're going to stay in the top 4 this season that we're talking about?
They're having a good run.
Hold on. Let me say something to him real quick. You're going to say this about Newcastle, who's now the richest club in the world. Say, it's just a one-off season thing. But you didn't think this when Chelsea and City became the big clubs, the money clubs? Do you realize Newcastle has the money to spend? They just haven't started spending it yet? Are you going to say wait till next season? No, if they finish in the Champions League position, that's attracting big players. They're going to have Champions League and the money to attract big players. Are you telling me that you don't expect them to perform next season?
All right.
But Greg, they're playing well, right? Remember?
No, they're playing beautiful.
Isaac injured. Joe, what about ball name?
Maxim
injured.
He might not get game when he's fit.
When he said that he might not come back to the game when he forward back.
Yo,
So
Nick, we don't know. I think you sleep on
the players that they have bought, that they've used this season have all been solid. I mean, Batman in defense, Pope in goal, Bruno Guimaraes in midfield. Yeah. I mean, it's all been solid additions to the
fine. That's fine.
Yeah, like they have done their homework. They not just go. It wasn't like Chelsea when Chelsea get the money and then go buy Matea, Kezman, Hernan, Crespo. Just buy one whole heap of ball.
Chef, the whole
they are actually scouting and getting quality players that. No, trust me. I wouldn't be surprised if them surprised we're going to go after a Bellingham or somebody like that.
I think the idea is that they will forward back. Even if they finish, say, 6th, 7th, it's a good season for them, right? In a context and who they're in front of. I think I'm hoping that is the point. Nick try to make that if you maybe they will forward back to the pack. So I think like teams like Liverpool who they're ahead of. I mean, again, I think Liverpool might pass them and a couple other teams. So if they finish 6th, 7th, have a good cup run and that's a good building block for them.
Yeah,
I don't think they're going to be tough for them.
But the issue I have though, the one issue I have is that Leicester done it the last couple of years, where about 3 years in a row they were in the top 4 all the way up to like the last 2 weeks. Something happens when time that pressure come and the last couple of weeks, when time you need to get those results, and when the players have not done it yet for a while, or the team and the manager who have never been in those positions, will they fall off? Will they drop that game and game week 36 and 37, which Leicester have dropped for the last couple of years? What caused them to finish right outside the top 4 and finish? To me, that's it, because I don't believe they're just running a purple patch at the moment. I believe that they will be there and around and about all the way to the end, because I believe their team is solid enough to be there. But when it comes down to it, when it comes down to those last 3 games, when they say you need to beat Brighton, you need to beat whoever it is that they have to play, will they be able to do it? And I think that can be the thing, because of lack of experience as a team at the moment. Will they be able to close the deal? Just like how Leicester couldn't do it for like 3 years in a row and finish 5th. When you think that they were a lock for the top 4 for the entire year. Leicester was in the top 4 for out of the year, 364 days. And the last year, for about 2 times, they fell out. So let's see what happened when it actually started to mean a bit more when they reach on to that end. But from a team standpoint, I think they're solid, man, and they're gonna be a threat for all of us big teams who have been living and enjoying the good life. Some of them are gonna get kicked out of that, and they're gonna be there.
They're gonna need a few more pieces, though.
But 1, they can afford it, and 2, from what they have done so far, I think they're doing a good job, which I believe that they will get those pieces.
I mean, yeah, referring to the financial aspect of it, you understand? Yeah, them have money, but at the end of the day, it's still a lot more has to be done towards a club and towards a team, right? Because you can invest or put money into anything, but what's the end result? As I said, they're doing good right now. They're on a good run right now. But let's take the time. Let's take the time. Wait until the season done before we can jump to conclusion, right? Just like I want to say,
we're not jumping. We're just asking questions.
Just like I want to say, when I said pertaining to the Nottingham Forest thing just now, a couple minutes ago, I'm gonna say it's too early to call teams who are gonna get relegated. It's too early to make this claim. So let's just watch football, and then when it comes down to it, then we can come to the conclusion and we can make up our mind and say, hey, this is where we're going from now.
But this current run, Newcastle has been on it for probably the last 10 or so games of last season.
Last year, yeah. That's all about it.
Newcastle has been on, and let me tell you something else. When you're talking about the club, before Roman Abramovich, Newcastle was a bigger team than Chelsea. You might not like to hear that. But
I'm not. All right.
Club. I mean, hold on.
Why did Newcastle finish last year?
Huh? I said before Roman Abramovich, Newcastle was a bigger club.
Last season, and I want to understand, because you said they were on a good run last season. So explain to me, where did they finish last season?
I don't remember where they finished. What I'm saying is the farm that they're playing on. Nick, come on, you're smart. You understand. The farm that they're playing on right now didn't just start the beginning of this season. It started from last season.
Yeah, when Eddie Howe forward in.
Yeah, this didn't just start.
Yeah, because they're in a relegation zone.
All right, them did in a relegation season. I quite remember when Greg said, "Make them get relegated and go spend the money their championship." Remember that clearly.
That bad, man. But yeah, what I say is Newcastle has always been a big. I mean, Newcastle fans don't even think of their club. Even when they're the championship, they don't think they're a small club. Remember at one point, the fact that they were the second biggest stadium behind Old Trafford in the league. Yes, you could have talked to them. Mid to late 90s, Newcastle was always challenging for the league. In one season, they lost the league final game. Final day of the season, they lost the league.
Big club with big history, bro.
When they have Asprey and Shearer and them players, Newcastle was doing big things. They were always been a big club. And they have large fan base. So it's not like it's a surprise to see, all right, when they get money now, they're going to do good. Why do you think they always wanted Mike Ashley out? They're an ambitious club.
Yeah. And I think they put up some kind of graphic again on the TV talking about in a calendar year they have amassed, I think only Manchester City and one other team that has amassed more points than them in this calendar year.
Wow.
So if you look on it and say, yeah, well, this seems like, or it seems like some sort of, purple patch. Maybe it's not. I'm not saying they're gonna finish in a top four. I don't think they have enough for that because some big players that that is really going to try to push the top four. However, like I said, the top six, top seven, I mean that's something to build on, and then can get a cup run in and see where they can go from there, and they have the finances to do it too. Be interesting though.
Remember, Eddie Howe was supposed to be an interim,
Mm-hmm. But they make good they make good signings and I don't know if you know, but like this guy Dan Ashworth, he used to work for EFA and I him kind of work on them whole St. George's Park thing, and then him got Brighton, and again Brighton always scout good players and then get him from Brighton and bring him up here. Again, we talk about the signings they have making really good signings, astute signings. They not spend a bag of money yet on these players, but then they get value for their money. So it looks good for them. Looks good for them. We'll see.
Always have good scouting, bro. Always.
That is true. Before that, it was Alan Carr that was getting all the French players.
The puppies says that and the
absolutely.
Greg, for you to say Newcastle was once a bigger team than Chelsea is crazy. You know that, right?
What?
So you weren't watching football?
No. Hey. Make a drive past that.
Let's drive past it.
90s. My apologies. Nick, go ask your pops.
All right, for you to say that.
Hold on. Me leave that comment here.
One more thing. Do you know Roman Abramovich went to England to buy Newcastle?
No, but
and Newcastle go to buy, and then turn him down. So he go to a smaller club. Your club was a smaller club. I'm not being disrespectful. Your club was a smaller club.
Oh,
let me leave it alone, because soon I laugh.
Because Arsenal is on the farm right now, like I feel like you get ahead of yourself, Remember the team you carry, and remember mentally they're not that strong. Remember that.
Wow.
On to the next thing.
Wow.
Anyway, me leave the comment here on the screen.
Keep all them.
Me leave this on the screen for I just push
with Chelsea player play better than Bruno. But you know, long the man send a message there yesterday.
No, but that's why I leave it on the screen for adjust it. Because I said the last season, the best Bruno in the league, I play for Newcastle. That's all I have to say.
Facts, but he may ask about Newcastle. He said, which Chelsea player they play better than him?
No.
The man he asked me if he bright. The man said, address it. I mean, I could name one, but only one over them could I really say play better than Bruno. And it's Kovacic. I don't see another Chelsea player who would
Kovacic not playing better than Bruno Gomes.
Kovacic is about...
No, not Gomes, Bruno Fernandes. Oh, none of your attackers now play better than Bruno. So don't even do that.
No, I think he's talking about Bruno Gomes. I think he had asked
Bruno Fernandes. Kusha Man U fan, man. Because I remember saying Nick say
no, Captain Obvious. Really? He is?
Yeah, but I say Man U ain't go defend a Newcastle baller. Because
the Brazilian baller. When me say Kush not go defend him.
Nick said Bruno Fernandes is overrated, so that's why Kusha asked him which Chelsea baller better than him.
Nobody no want to talk about Fernandes. Let's assume he's talking Bruno Gomes.
Right. Yeah, let's move on because United looking good. Boy, I should have dropped some ball. I'm not lie.
What's new?
Him hear about the money where PSG want to give him, and him just say, yo, mama ball out.
Man, you looking good. I never watch the game still, but let's see.
Yeah, me still look a bit tight. I mean, to be honest, me always a defend Rashford because I feel like the whole heap of changes them whether that the club did affect him. I always feel like he was a very good player. Me never doubt Rashford quality once. Even when the man who fans them did I cuss him. And I say if he bench and him not this and him not that. I mean I say, what am I watch? Like who over there really they play that much better? So this not surprise me the fact that him get some confidence and him might drop some ball, I mean, they look good, but who they play? Forest?
Yeah.
The Forest, a few nervy moments, but I mean, them have some building blocks on this game. The player Luke Shaw was very good.
Playing at centre back at that.
Centre back.
Yeah.
Was Agbadan.
Yeah. He was good, and again, Casemiro was good for them, and
That's the player if you talk about.
yeah, he was good for them. Him and Frederick kind of hold it down in the midfield. They played well, created chances. I was happy to see Martial back playing, and God knows how long that will last. But say I think him and Rashford enjoy playing alongside each other. You know what I mean? So they're on a link up well. And I think that's why coach wants to do. He always look like he wants to play Martial as a striker. So or just have him on the field, whenever he's fit. So it looked good. It looked like it bodes well for them. But again, it's the big caveat is that it was against Forest, and stiffer tests will forward,
Definitely. All right, we're not waste of time for Man U.
So,
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Reece James went off injured again. Nicholas.
what's
What
going
going?
on?
was it a muscular injury?
Yeah, and they said apparently his personal trainer kind of tweeted something like, oh, he told them so, like basically implying that they rushed him back, which it seems like it makes some sense, because I didn't think that he was supposed to be back that quick, so
Wasn't he originally the World Cup squad? No, he wasn't. But that was why he didn't go to the World Cup, because of the.
yeah. So it's just interesting that he can just fall back so quick, and
I was surprised when I see him in the squad. I said, huh? Reece James are doing in the squad.
yeah. And I don't. Yeah, you watch a game, Nick? That's your team now.
You mute.
You're mute.
Shocking.
Oh, I say no. That's my team, and I always support my team. I just feel like where Chelsea's concerned, like we're putting a lot of pressure on Reece James. He's a wing back, and we're actually treating him like he's the team revolve around him. I know whenever he plays, like he make a big impact, and he's very helpful whenever he plays. In being attacking wise, he does good. Defensive wise, him do good. You understand? So I understand why them try for force him back and rush him back into the squad, but I feel like they need to rest him, because we have to think about next season. We can't just think about this season only. We're already in a situation where we're in. Is we have to try to get ourselves out of it. Another thing I want to talk about pertaining to Chelsea team. I feel like Mason Mount need to rest, because he's not playing like the Mason Mount I seen when he was under Lampard or when Tuchel took over. I feel like he's going through something. I feel he needs to take time to rest. I feel like Cucurella, pertaining to him as a
Didn't Mount score? He scored a good goal.
yeah. So yes, he scored, but that's not the point.
He's all right. I thought they knocked the ball well. I mean, again, it's against Bournemouth, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're just looking at one aspect of it. Yes, he scored a goal, right? But I'm talking about all around. I feel like he needs to rest, because he's not playing the way he was supposed to. Understand? I feel like Cucurella. I feel like we jumped the gun when we actually purchased Cucurella. Because,
I said,
yeah, I feel like we actually.
everybody was saying that. I mean, you guys had like 3 left backs already.
Already, yeah.
I didn't see the need for it, but continue, my bad.
But
Yeah,
who else they're playing right now, right there? Isn't he the only one they have right now?
Yeah, because Chilwell is out.
Yeah, Chilwell is out, and the other one, Marcus Alonso, who was just a lightning in a battle player most time there. He played good for 2-3 games, and then him.
Yeah, it's
between the next 10.
It's between Chilwell and Alonso. That was basically everything. At the time, we would have put Asqueta over there to play.
Yeah.
But I feel like Cucurella defensively is not strong, because he was the reason why Thiago did actually have to commit a foul, because him actually step up in a midfield and he was beaten very easily. And then only thing Thiago could have done is just stop in front of the man and withdraw a foul. But I feel like we purchasing Cucurella did not make any. It made sense at the time. But going over everything right now, I just feel like he's not playing up to standard.
The kid Lewis Hall, eventually, what is he gonna be? I've seen him in a few games, and then I'm gonna see him again. What is he supposed to be?
Lewis Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm my the player that I'm really focusing on within Chelsea team is Omari Hutchinson, a young player. Like I like Omari, not only because he's Jamaican, but basically I see him at Arsenal and such. So like, can actually only speak on him. Lewis Hall, I haven't really been paying much attention to him, but I've been paying a lot of attention to Omari Hutchinson.
I seen Lewis Hall in the game in kind of playing a wing back position. That's why I asked you in reference to
Cucurella.
and so forth. Yeah, that's all. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. You can move on.
Yeah.
But Lewis Hall has played more than Lewis Hall even played in the senior team. You just get Omar this past summer and him dip on the bench once or something like that.
Yeah, I seen Lewis Hall playing the FA Cup.
And Omar is an attacker.
Yeah, but
So, I think Shane wanna refer to like a fullback. My question to you, Nick. Do you feel like Chelsea is not satisfied with Reece and probably want to move him on or something? Because for the past 2 windows, you've been linked with Denzel Dumfries and Hakimi.
Yeah.
It's been a constant thing. And, if I'm Reece James and I feel like I'm such a pivotal part of your team, but you're not just looking for a backup right back, because there's no way you're bringing either Dumfries or Hakimi come be a backup. Any of those players found in there come challenge for your spot.
But
So what you as a Chelsea fan think? If you not really seriously go after any of those players?
I don't think it would make sense. In my opinion, I think Reece James have proven to be one of the best right back in a EPL, in the Premier League, and also in the world. So I just feel like it comes back down to the injury thing. Like he's easily injured.
Well, if that's the case, if he's injury prone, then you could see why they want to bring in
But Aspilicueta is old. He's gonna be moving on, and he plays a lot of football. So if you put in Dumfries right now, you can see him taking those minutes from Aspi, and that would mean that he'll be playing a whole lot of ball. I don't think it's a bad thing for them to get some proper cover there. It's a similar situation to like what Liverpool do. We have Trent, and say, we have Trent, you don't want, but you need to have competition, but you also need to be able to rotate these players at this level. And I think that would be a good move for Chelsea to actually get proper cover. And the fact that he's always injured. Now, we know he's gonna be injured 18 games or 38 every year. So then get somebody there.
And then the come back down to like we need depth on our bench. You get me, sir? Because depth is a major thing in any team. Like looking on the bench and being able to bring on a player who can actually come on the field and make a change, make a difference to the team. So I feel like
plus they do play him as centre back. Reece James play him as centre back. Play as wing back. So if you have Dumfries, you can do the same thing. Like Chelsea don't care who they play in their wing back position. They'll play Sterling there or even Havertz. So they'll put somebody there. So.
I have wondered about the direction that Chelsea are going up, because most of them transferred in the last couple of years haven't seemed to make sense. So the constant signing of fullbacks when you probably need a striker and you probably need so them sign. I think they're sending in for sign another defender again when they already have.
Wow.
Fafana and they in for next French defender from. I guess that's what it is, but I'm saying they do need a center forward, and I don't see them going for that.
A kid.
But
I seen Charles Felix being linked with them, but I'm it seems like they don't have no real direction, because you need a center forward. And
didn't they just sign one?
Yeah.
Some guy from Molde or something like that. Them says in next Aaron next Holland. They just signed him last week, 2 days ago.
They're actually linked with one that they're
They signed 2 youngsters. They signed one midfield and I think a center forward.
They're linked with one that they're comparing to a young Drogba, because
I just feel like
Broja out for this season, and Broja out for
this season, yeah.
Strikers. So they're looking at strikers.
As this again is as you say, it's just direction. I just feel like right now, everything that took place last year, the team is actually going backwards. The club is actually going backwards pertaining to everything that took place with Abramovich last year and the entire sanction thing.
Yeah.
I don't understand the direction when it'll go. We're bringing in a mid-table coach to come coach the team.
It'd be interesting to see what happens with the coach, because you can't really tell if he's again, if a coach not get the job or get a prove himself, then you don't know if he's gonna continue being a mid-table coach.
Yeah.
What I was saying is that it's incumbent upon him. Like, I feel like he have the job until the end of the season, and if he free him out and do nothing and get top 4 or do anything significant, then they can just let him go and go find a better manager. So it's incumbent upon him to get them in a top 4 or do something.
And I feel like I was one of them who was like, Tuchel should be out of the team. You understand? Because I wasn't pleased with the result. But after all the purchase he made and the direction when they try to put the team in, I feel like we jumped the gun with that one and actually release him before we could actually.
I couldn't.
But that's Chelsea. That's Chelsea for Chelsea. Yeah. It's that team where if you're not perform, you have to leave. It's not we get 1, 2, 3 chances. Like you get one chance. If you don't do what you're supposed to do, you lose a job. You understand? But I feel like we should actually take the time and actually work with Tuchel. But hopefully, whoever come in for Potter, we can bring in a good coach. You understand? We can bring with a good resume.
Did you all fill out your backroom stuff? Because to me, saying all of this thing and direction is not about the coach. It's about that Russian girl that went. No, not Russian. What's her name? Maria. What's her name, Shane?
Maria Brennister.
And they did Peter Cech also went along the same time, and I think it's 3 people who were decision makers, people who used to be able to close deals. Because the one thing we always appreciate about Chelsea was that they have the ability to close a deal. They go out and that girl somehow have people's secret, and she could get them to sign on the dotted line.
Yeah.
Chelsea has missed on their targets all summer, and they keep going to 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. That will affect direction, because if you're not getting the person who you actually wanted to get in the first place, then how can you be saying that, this is the right direction we're going and all of that stuff? So is that not resolved? If that part isn't resolved, doesn't matter which coach it is, because the coach can identify, I would like that. But if you don't have people who can go out and close the deal, you're not gonna get there.
Yeah,
I think it go back to the one I said with what took place with Abramovich. Remember, Abramovich is one of the guys or one of those owners. If him say I saw the thing for run, they are run on a structure. I think no, because we'll lose one of the main person in our club. Will they keep the lights on in the building and they do everything to make sure this club come out top and this club always challenge. That's the downfall of the team. You understand? Now we have an American owner.
And he made himself like chief recruiter or something.
And he was visible. Like we would see him at
I don't think that is sustainable, because know about the football business. You understand? Yeah. I mean, agents will take you for a ride and just take all your money and give you all our players and what people don't want, and just keep bringing players. It's not a good look for you. They do need somebody. And Marina Granatskaya was the individual who was good with the agents and knew.
The black dude before
Emmanuel, I forgot his name.
Nigerian dude. Yeah, he was very good, actually.
Exactly. So you have to have these individuals in that club. But
there are 2 names circling around, which actually I thought they were done deals already. The dude where Blacks talked about earlier, Fofana from Molde, the young striker, and Nkunku. We've been hearing about Nkunku.
I think he's actually set to join the team in the summer.
Okay.
It's summer. I thought it was gonna be.
He's set to join the team in the summer.
Okay. I thought it was.
Bujo. Take that down, no, brother. We know it was a panic buy. You can't take that down, dog. You can't take it down. We know it was just a panic buy, brother. So you can't take that down.
No, man. Anyway, we have to move past Chelsea still, no, because time are running up.
Yeah, it's true, man.
Yeah.
Man.
And to the Arsenal.
Good 3
Correct.
points.
Yeah?
The floor is yours. Arsenal.
Good 3 points. Still not convinced about Eddie. His goal was very well taken, but my question is, would he have been so confident? Well, he's always confident. He not lack of confidence, which is. But would we have seen the same result if the game was 0-0 or we were trailing? I felt like with less pressure, he was able to take that goal like that. I don't know if when the team under pressure and need him to show up, Shane goes otherwise because Shane rate him long time. I wasn't always the biggest fan of his. I'm gonna be honest. The kid where they don't have French league was scored two today, Balogan. I mean, I always felt like Balogan was supposed to stay. You know, I just feel like Eddie. I mean, from Wenger time we are trying with Eddie. My from Wenger days we are trying with Eddie. I'm not like Eddie just again get
Bro, I think wasn't it
but
Eddie and Chuba Angpong at the same time?
Yeah, because
yeah,
he
but
was
that's
there.
how the part of two up on
Yeah, and Eddie, the thing
Guys,
with Eddie is that he scored in every
Bojo. Hold on, sorry there. Nick Sema for run.
no, I remember say something before I leave. I think one of the players them I'm gonna rate at Arsenal. I'm gonna tell you some rate him. I'm gonna think say in this Arsenal team, in my opinion, I think he's the best player in Arsenal. Mar-
Oh, Martinelli. I'm thinking go say Odegaard.
oh, between him and Odegaard, but my preference is definitely Martinelli. I know we're not supposed to talk in the World Cup, but I feel like he was supposed to be starting in that Brazil team. But what I can Martinelli, amazing player. I'm not sure how Arsenal come up with this idea to purchase this young man and see the potential in him before you understand. But
Thanks to man you for turn him now when he go to pan trial.
I just feel like,
I appreciate that.
and I feel like Arsenal is the best team for him and even Odegaard because I don't think them could have survived at any other team because Arsenal is a team that nurture young players. So I always feel like them going to Arsenal.
The funny thing is when I remember the season when we bring him in, we did also bring in Liechtenstein and Socrates and somebody else if I in. And Kushan, some of the man who fans they laugh off away and say retirement FC. I'm turning to them and say, so because we get Martinelli for I think it was like what 7 million? They said because we get this 16-year-old Brazilian for 7 million and did not pay upwards of 40 million like Real did for Rodrigo and Vinny. It was a season before Real bought Vinny.
Vinny,
Or 2 seasons before, then the season before Rodrigo. Then that same season they got the one that Darkman Rene. And all of them they play upwards of 44. Me remember saying to them, because we don't pay so much fee one no fee say on a baller. I say, no worry on yourself. So yeah, you have look out yes and they cut the baller, but all they got that. Anyway.
all right, guys, have a good one. Blessings.
All right, bless up yourself. Happy New Year's.
Yeah, blessings.
Respect.
All right, respect you.
No, it was a good win for Arsenal. Good win, especially they was down one. I mean, when we talk about Odegaard and Martinelli, I'd like to shout out Saka again. You know what I mean? Just really performances on performances. You know what I mean? In link up play, it's really, really been good. So me have to give him a shout out. Forwarding from the World Cup. You know what I mean? And kind of continuing when he left off. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good performance. Like I said, for Arsenal, being down, the London derby, getting the results when you have to go through a sort of kind of adversity without Jesus too. So it was good for them, man. It was a good result for them.
And it seems like him have more to add to in games. Well, it seems like he have more to add to in game because even though he must score goals, you see where he can become a better goal scorer. You see where he's not the quickest, but you see where him beat people, with him strength and him dribbling a bit and take on people. So
he's so dangerous, but he's so silky and really, really, really respecting game, the kid.
And one thing I admire about him compared to Pepe, he's not scared to use his right foot. So if the ball comes on the right, remember Pepe every minute, him have to cut back on him left.
Mhm.
I take off the shutter, I get the pass. If the ball is on soccer right, him go use it. You know?
Aggressive.
In full of confidence. I mean,
Yeah.
the one of them full of confidence.
Yeah, absolutely.
His is through the roof right now. And me and Andre, I tell him, say, need to be more of a killer. Like, jeez, can you imagine seeing that happen? I mean, what Arsenal need to do is hurry up and give him whatever I'm asked for and tie him down to a contract.
Yeah, and to be fair too, like because well, I don't know. I mean, if City fouled him, then I don't know. Then he might leave, but because Arsenal play so well, they're in a good place right now. You
Yeah.
know, the kids them want to stay there. You know what I mean? So
We don't want it reach to the last.
No.
We,
yeah, absolutely.
we supposedly City there lurks around Ben White.
Even like it's so important to tie down him and Saliba. Like
Why did Ben White leave? Because I heard. I'm sorry, but I heard that in a England camp, the reason why he left is because they had a falling out, and he wanted to play, and nobody really never talk about why he really leave. But I heard he had a bust up with the manager, and that's why he ended up leaving. Did anybody hear anything else about it?
That's the same report me I hear. That's the same thing me I hear that there was a bust
It's
up.
fascinating that again.
Arsenal Twitter, that's what they must say on it.
Yeah, but it's interesting that nobody never call him out for that. You understand what I mean? The fact say again, that's selfish if you just leave because you never get the game time that you think you should have been getting. You understand what I mean? You know, it was a
Them said the woman say family reasons, but probably them cover it.
yeah.
But you would also think that if something like that happened, being the disciplinarian that Arteta, says he is or seems like he is right now, you'd have think say him would
Why would Arteta care?
I don't think Arteta
He
care.
probably would be happy that he didn't play, so he get him back home.
Yeah, to probably have a problem with it. And it'll be interesting to see if he ever get called up again. Probably won't, but I don't think Arteta really, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he was care about it too much.
if when I heard a UK country, them Wales or Scotland, them not call him back. But yeah, but Saliba too, them need to Europe and
Saliba and
right?
Is it Real Madrid I hear say looking at Saliba at the moment?
It'll be interesting.
That's not good. And the funny thing is, we've been looking at other defenders because there's a dude, I can't remember, in the German league, dude, where his name has been in him keep on pop up. So who knows? Probably them feel like him now will stay, so them need. But he's our best defender, so even though him look kind of rusty coming back,
Yeah, kind of player.
probably he was rushed back.
much sharpness, man. Much sharpness under there.
Again, a lot of people said that it wasn't a penalty, but
It was
it was a penalty.
It was.
It was.
soft, but a penalty.
Yeah, it's not a matter of soft. Like it wasn't soft. It wasn't harsh in the context of he would get one big kick, but he was tripped. The guy was going through one goal and he got tripped. Like there's no way around it. Or if you pull somebody's shoelace and trip them, they still get tripped. If you get tripped going to one goal, it's a penalty. I don't think there should have even been a discussion about it. After you see that he actually got tripped.
Me not complain. Me say a penalty.
He got tripped.
Oh, it's an upwards.
That.
Your ball are Reece Nelson, as him look good, he can get injured again. Anyways, enough for that. Like we talk about Liverpool transfer, what do you think? Murdick forward?
Who?
The kid from Shakhtar. I mean, what's happening in Arsenal favor right now is the fact that Liverpool only paid 37 or 40 after Gakpo.
Yeah.
That might work in our favor.
Great.
Shakhtar was using the Anthony to Manu price tag.
Manu mash up the market again every time. That's how they do.
That's what Shakhtar was using to gauge the price. So thank you, Blacks, to get a good player.
That's something that I actually looked at, and I'm hoping that it does start to help to kind of rein the market back in. The fact that Gakpo gets sold for that, and Although I believe there was a release clause and it is probably what was activated, or there was actually something there that was, somebody get to find out and then did it. If this can rein the market back in, I think it's a good thing. I think it would be a good thing because if he goes for that, I hope Arsenal stick to them guns and say, no. 12 months ago, no one knew about this guy. Yeah, some people know about him, but 12 months ago, this guy's name wasn't being called. Not in 12 months, 6 months ago, his name wasn't being called like that. And you want 100 million now. I'm hoping Arsenal hold the line.
But them still go on to have good money. But
they're not gonna take whatever on the table right now.
Yeah, but that's depending on who else want him. Because right now Arsenal is only competing with themselves.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Don't be like Man U who compete with yourself and then lose. And are you alone? Like they did it all while. They have done it. They did it with Sancho. They did it with Anthony. They do it. They compete with themselves and lose. They did it with Maguire. They do it. Do not be that person.
I am surprised when they bid that much for Anthony.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, so it's so we see we didn't go for my draw and then they go for I've seen Arnstein put out today and said then they look at João Felix, and I think that's a Greg where Greg forward from.
Atletico sound like they want to sell him, and Arsenal are selling.
They have, I think they want to sell him, but the price is probably going to be expensive. I don't know. You know what I mean? And I mean, we'll say in wages, although wages not, I don't think it's going to be that.
No, but they want 8 million plus pay his wages, which is
one deal.
And they also want obligation to buy.
Not even the full season.
And they want obligation to buy too, to go with that.
No, I don't think obligation to buy is in it.
Yeah. What make you alone try to get a deal like what Atletico had gotten for Griezmann? You have to play 50% of the game or something like that, and then play him for half a game every game. Maybe that could be a good deal.
Simone not too happy with us right now after we sneak in and got party.
I really don't believe that João Felix is the answer for Arsenal. That was my personal view on it still.
It doesn't hurt to have extra attacking players though, because right now as wingers, all we have is Saka and Martinelli.
I would rather y'all go to German and when in term and I would rather y'all go German and try to get it.
But he can also he can play as a winger or as a forward. But the one we missed the 1-on-1 with I actually like him more.
I like him too. That's what I was gonna say with Thuram. He's really still raw. But I don't know. I mean, so where's that?
Sorry, shit. Nick gone. Me did go ask him one thing about Enzo Fernandez because me I hear Chelsea name being linked with him. See,
Chelsea don't know them other man. It's just again, 100 million there, this player there. It's not coherent at all.
He's gonna cost that. Cause the reason being, Benfica was smart enough to put 130 million release clause, and they just bought him over the summer. So they have no obligation to sell him right now. So if somebody want to force them, they're gonna have to come up with a release clause more than likely.
I couldn't so silent.
But I also think that the most Benfica are gonna get for him is gonna be right now. So if they wait until the summer again, they're not gonna get that $100 million. Me again personally, I believe that these prices will kind of get reined back a little bit.
He's not urgent though. It's just because of the release clause. I say that.
And the World Cup, the release clause, the World Cup, all of that thing. Everybody kind of hype right now for him, but I don't believe that one is worth that much. Two.
Bellingham is the only young player I saw there right now and even 100. It's only because Sancho, the man in Bala, they go for the 100 million. Bellingham, if you ask me, Bellingham is the only young midfielder there right now. What could I say? Yes. Midfielder, not attacker, because as attacker, you can get 200 million for Mbappe easily right now.
3.
Even that.
That's how it goes. We'll see.
Spurs are interested.
Well, they actually do say Liverpool is still interested in Enzo Fernandez. I know they won't pay 105 million. What?
Me think Mbappe they go say, but no, you say Enzo. You're frightened.
No. Liverpool don't swim in those deep water, sir.
And Barcelona can't. I wouldn't go sell now. Selling Stool. I mean, it's
Stool.
thing.
The La Masia.
It's gonna be called the crypto La Masia or something like that.
Unbelievable, man.
The La Masia and all its
You just sell everything. Jesus Christ. I know, man.
yeah,
You know, it's all good. Man.
I just agree with that, man. They drop in board because one night water.
Yes.
That's exactly what they do for China. My gosh.
Unbelievable, man.
About the second side, so let's take time with him.
No, man.
You can't say nothing.
But the funny thing is, even all we're going, they still have a phenomenal team because they have so much good young players that they manage to sign up to these fraud deals where them put up them, all of them have bio class, say like $3 billion and stuff like that, so they can swindle people. It's unbelievable, but again, that's that mad world of football, you know.
Do you think what's his name? Because they have two players where Arsenal was being linked with throughout the World Cup, you know, Ferran and Depay. What do you think about either of those?
Neither.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Neither.
You can take a shot. I'll take a shot at either one of them.
Neither. Bro, Ferran Torres worse than Nunes, bro.
Bro, Ferran is a good player, man.
Where?
No, but
Bro.
Would you agree?
Bro.
yeah, because we have about Nunes.
Ferran Torres.
Nunes is one of the best players in the Premier League.
Hey,
You have to
if
tell me that.
Ferran Torres could have scored a goal, Spain would go further in the World Cup.
No man, he's terrible, Butcher. May I agree?
They have a million players like him. It's not like he's not a striker or out and out striker. So to speak.
Bro, no, it no matter what you play.
that
Them
we
the
got
chances
Colin
them
Taylor.
get, bro. Brian can't score them chances. I can't bet my life on that.
I believe that. And
So what about Memphis?
Memphis, Bojo?
He's a good player, bro, but I don't think he's the answer to what we need right now.
Mine is not gonna be you're not banking him for the whole season. You're
No.
expecting
No.
Jesus to come back, but you still have Enketi.
No, they just need to get this moderate deal and stop from worrying about Memphis, bro.
We still need a striker. We go be without Jesus for 2 months. We still need another one.
I seen the other thing that Juventus. So then look for try to sign the Juventus dude Vlahovic.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
You
I
don't think
don't
it's
know
gonna
why Arteta's still
You
interested.
just signed him last year, bro.
Yeah, but he hasn't really worked out and then pay a whole heap of money for him and then in a
That's cost mad money.
yeah,
Not necessarily.
I don't think so. Then pay a whole heap of money for him, Bujo, and he not work out and them in a financial problems.
Yep, because they could be sent to the Serie B again.
They lost a lot of money. You know, so I think it's a deal. I think it's a deal that could be done if they wanted to, if Arsenal want to push it.
See a few people in the Juventus hierarchy leave. 'Cause
Yeah,
they-
All of them.
and
You know a few, all of them.
it's like
they
they
not
send
play
somebody.
well either, and they not play well either in a Syria. So I don't know.
The ball is supposed to smile now.
Absolutely.
Styling. Anyway, how was the league in our league? City game?
We
Yeah.
have to talk about City.
Jeez, we couldn't even get a chance to laugh. I mean, Liverpool fans gonna get a chance to laugh over Haaland, man. After the man missed them 3 chances there. And even Grealish made it all laugh after. Put one on a plate for Haaland, like,
Yep.
jeez. But honestly,
But that first half,
many chances.
Grealish was horrible, man. Grealish have missed chances left, right, and
Two of
center.
those chances in for score.
I,
At least 2.
didn't see the game.
The one at the back post where Mars full a bit over game and him going and he go over the bar, that not so bad. But the other 2, like, harder for miss than it is to score.
But actually, and imagine this, and it's exactly something that people always talk about. Firmino, Ricky always talk about Firmino. The chance that he actually gave to Haaland, he should have scored at himself. And Pep actually came out and said, "I don't understand. We see you do it in training. Why are you passing the ball right there? So you should score that. You should score that chance."
Chose the easier option, which I can't knock him for.
No, I'm not saying no, but did he choose the easier option because it was easier as a better football player, or it was because he missed those other chances and he just go for that? Because he running the keeper was like Any little move in around the keeper actually started to lean towards Haaland and give him the next side, and he actually still put it over there. Yeah?
It's confidence. I see something we see. I don't want to, honestly, I'm not trying to throw shit at Darwin. But Darwin did the same thing in that Villa game. You remember me laugh at it? Luckily, I think it was outside.
The one when skip was egregious too. Because he actually supposed to try to smash that to the near post. Just one touch to the near post and he actually skip it.
It's about confidence.
Not the worst thing, but you should actually try to score that as a striker.
It's about confidence, right? Are you confident that you play at the top of your game and you just do it just like that?
That's one thing though about Nunes. I'm not sure if it's confidence. Can we see a ball kick over the top, coming down over his head like one one wide receiver in NFL, and the man take it one time and smashed it. Perfect shot. Like you'd want goal like those to score, because when they score it, would be spectacular. The keeper stopped it, but like. You have to have a lot of confidence to keep that shot.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But he was control the ball on around the keeper. But the fact that he took it one time, amazing stuff.
He needs to start scoring, or else he could end up like when Torres went to Chelsea. Putting in the work, always working hard. Because, Torres did everything at Chelsea except for scoring.
Oh.
He was the perfect teammate, but just wasn't scoring. So, yeah. Nunes, you figure that right. But yeah, City, them still have quality. They find ways to kill you off.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder, like, you still feel like they're up for the chase, like, because it feels so with Jesus and Sterling leaving and them are bringing new blood. It go be the new players that are coming go be more motivated because they haven't done it yet.
I'm a fan. I've said it. I'm a fan of Julian Alvarez. I think he's a good striker. You think that you look on in team, and the problem you have is that Bernardo Silva not turn up yet this season that much, right? They have these players where one like a part-time season, this is the unsung hero. You know what I mean? One part-time season, you have Kevin De Bruyne, and then you have somebody else turn up. And Gundogan, it's really, 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 they're really good. So, it's not out-time realm of possibility. Oh, and then they have Haaland to score goals when things don't go their way.
I feel like Alvarez is going to push Haaland to, continue.
Yes, and I think that even when Pep doing the whole thing about, out of nowhere, not just rest Haaland because I'm Pep Guardiola, I could do that, then you have Alvarez fouled in and he can score goals.
Yeah.
So, that is the issue, that the midfield is there, and it'll be interesting to see what.
De Bruyne is the one who probably not look 100% upfield. Them defense, is Ruben returned? Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I remember seeing Akanji.
No, he wasn't there. It was Akanji. Actually, overall, their defense in the last game, and not just over the last game, City give you some chances.
Yeah.
Because they gave about the 3 chances that they scored 3 and they gave back chances to
Leeds make it 3-1. Leeds get a chance when they whip the ball across the goal.
And they just missed the goal by about a centimeter.
If they have a Bamford in the squad,
he's probably injured running up the field. So
yeah, he's just lost it, man. But yeah, it's bad. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. We see them gear you, Rico Lewis, him get a debut. And again, that's good. That's good. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played right back in the game. But I am concerned about City's defense. I think that's really an area that I'm concerned about. One, some of it is because of injury. Ruben Diaz need to be there. He's playing. I'm never convinced by him. Like that, he's playing left back a lot of the time and stuff like that. No, Cancelo was injured. Again, like I am concerned about their defense overall to sustain that charge, because last year when they go on that run and manage to hold off Liverpool, it wasn't only the fact that they were scoring goals, it's the fact that they were keeping clean sheets, like it was going out of style. They were selfish.
But they have a left back. My name Gomez. And I hit by him last season or the
I don't have confidence in any City defender them defensively. I don't.
oh yeah, I don't know why I think Messi Lewis or probably a preseason I seen play. I know I seen before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably in our preseason games. Because he come up from them U team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Florian Balogun have 10 goals in the League One, Greg.
I tell you, Charlie. Oh, the two
Yeah, the year today, you know, year.
Can't call him back.
Send me the links.
first
I wanna
one
hear that.
today was sweetly taken.
I can't call him back, Greg.
They can.
Yeah.
It
Like,
was
Goals, 10
solve the
goals
problem.
for Reams. 10 goals for Reams. That's not a bad.
I pushed them up to 10th place. Because they beat the third place team today, Ren.
Good, yeah.
Beat Ren 3-1 today. Marseille had a field day today. Marseille dropped what, 6?
6-1. Yeah. I watch a part of that game. It was good.
Yeah, they had a field day today. Jeez.
Score a lovely one, but again.
Yeah, we all know you're right by it. Arsenal can go feel. Oh, but my would have asked about Arsenal transfers. I know say we did go talk about there. But what do you think about Tielemans? You think them still go try? I think we give up
I
one.
don't think they were ever interested in Tielemans. Because them not
I
moving
honestly don't think
in the
so.
summer. Like, I don't know if Arteta are really interested in it.
I think the fans were more interested than Arteta.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
It's not just Arsenal. I think, is there anybody really interested in Tielemans? Because he has been in the shop window for a while, and we know that if any reasonable offer had gone, they would have sold him. And clearly nobody has.
He's free. He's free summer. Why
He's
Liverpool not go for him?
Again, but that's what I say, even Liverpool, but they haven't. You have not heard anything at all about any club who have made a serious push for him. Everybody looking at him and say, hey, he would have been a good fit for Arsenal. He would have been a good fit for Liverpool because of what's going on. He was a good fit for here, but no one has made the move. And they clearly, some of these scouts or whoever are looking at him and may not be convinced as the fans are about him.
I think one of his downfall is when things haven't been going good at Leicester. He
Attitude.
has played crappy too. You know, he hasn't. I mean, even when you want to move, I remember Sissoko. Sissoko there at Newcastle and Sissoko push your move. Even Shane said it, like, it's a contract map.
Sometimes kid.
You don't see that from Tielemans. You know, this game he show up. Not saying he doesn't have good games, but it's not every game. And we know he has the quality. He can show up every game. Tielemans can take over the game. You remember Madison.
But again, yeah, to play for big coaches, to play for Klopp, to play for Guardiola, to play and Arteta with him arrogant self, to play for him, you have to have a certain amount of personality. You have to have a certain type of character. And if they don't see it, these coaches do not want you. They do not want you if they don't see that character in you. And yeah, you're right. I believe that is what a lot of people are looking at and say, I don't think he's the guy for us. Because for the price and the quality that we have seen from him, everybody would say it's a no-brainer. And he hasn't moved. There really hasn't been much traction with him moving to somewhere else.
See, even the Brighton would get talked about it now.
Yeah.
And the Brighton you just in the league, what? Half a season. Can't say they're in the league.
Yeah, Caicedo, McAllister is getting more buzz more than him. You know?
Yeah.
It's crazy. So go game, move on fast. You know what I mean? No.
Yeah.
Anybody if you move, I go Madison. You know, be interesting to see if anybody forwarding for him. You know what I mean? Because he's been playing well this season, but you know, even him, it seems like you know, people have looked at him and not really, you know, have a run at him.
Well, Grealish is a reason why me look at Madison. And me then go say, will he get him into our next team? Will he be able to fit in into our quality team? Because like there's this big fish in a small pond mentality with some of these players. You know, when you can put everything around him, when Leicester team revolves around him, he get numbers and he look great. But no, when you put him in a City team, when you put him in a Liverpool team, when he's just a cog, you know.
I agree with you.
Again, that's my view. That's my perception of it, and I think he's one of those players. No, I have the same perception of Bruno. He's great. Manchester United can do everything, and he'll have great numbers. But we can't tell me what. I don't think he's good enough to be the best player on a team that's gonna win the league. He can be the best player on the team.
As far as Grealish is concerned, and I think Grealish went to the wrong team. Going to City, I think if Grealish had gone to Liverpool, you'd have seen a difference than going to City. Reason being, and may I watch them game, when was it? Yesterday them play? Or the day before? I hear the commentator, halftime, I hear the analyst, and I say, they can't believe this is a Grealish that we used to watch at Villa.
Yeah.
He passes back the ball. You don't see him take the ball and take on anybody and run to the box. But this is how Pep want him to play.
Different system.
Pep don't want him to take the ball and dribble and take on nobody. Sane was the only player at City. You see when I do that a lot. Even Mahrez, them change Mahrez game wholly. You see me, you don't see Mahrez that do a wholly by dribbling. It's merely passing. The good thing is Mahrez can pick up the ball and run across the box and shoot. And he will some beautiful goals. You see me? Grealish was not that much of a goal scorer. Grealish could have done the things what Hazard used to do. Take the ball, and even if him get the assist, him break down the defense, he make the defense collapse on him, and then he play with somebody else who might get the assist or get the goal. He doesn't get the chance to do that at City. As soon as he take 2 or 3 touches off it, the next touch is a pass. Sometimes even a back pass, which make him look shabby. You see me? Yes, he hasn't been scoring his chances as much, but Grealish was always a goal scorer. His attribute was dribbling at the heart of the team and breaking down defenses. That was the main attribute to Grealish. Yeah. So I feel like if he had gone to
Is that type of play good enough for a top team? Because for you to have that privilege as a top team, you have to be that top player. You have to be Neymar. For you to be able to have that free role to do those things, you have to be Messi. You have to be
different.
But which Liverpool doesn't have anybody player who does that, and we got to that Coutinho, and from we got to that him, we have not replaced it with any player of that ilk.
Because you can't afford him.
But we haven't. Who is the player? Who is the player?
No, but
you were the one saying that you wish he had signed him when he went to City. You said that.
But yes, you don't play this possession-based football like City either. But your football is counter-attack and you see me, so you can't say it wouldn't work out over there either.
But again, I say personally, I wanted him to go there. At the time, I thought he would have been a good signing because at the time we were still thinking about replacing Coutinho role. Clearly, Klopp doesn't want to replace the Coutinho role anymore. Because that was what he would have been. He would have been to replace the Coutinho replacement, which we hadn't done. But Klopp doesn't go that way, and Pep clearly doesn't want that Coutinho role either. De Bruyne, as much as he is on the ball a lot, he's still on the ball making plays quickly. And that's what most of the big teams are asking players to do. Yes, we know you have quality. We're going to buy it for your quality, but you want to make quick decisions. Don't hang on to the ball and then leave everybody standing looking at you. Okay. They don't want it. So that's a big fish in a small pond thing. While a smaller team will say, take the ball and go do it. But big teams are going to say, no, get away with that.
Yes, bro. I get it. I get what you're saying. The problem with this whole big fish in a small pond mentality is that if we go with your theory, then we won't sign any players from lower teams because there would all be big fish in a small pond. So then where are we going to sign good players from teams?
No.
If that's the theory we're going with.
No, not necessarily. It's about skill set. So the skill set that he brings to the table, that dribbling, that hold on to the ball, that collapsing defense, and then making plays for everybody else. That's the skill set that doesn't translate well to big teams unless you are so good that they're willing to change what they do and put it around you.
We'll see how it goes because again, it's a developing story going forward. So we'll see how you finish.
And it has been going for a while and not going very good. That's the only thing.
Yeah, but you love how and again. This is the issue, right? So we'll see how it goes. It's fine. We'll see how it goes. He's not playing well. Don't have any confidence, but these things can change very, very easily.
There's a big chance Modric will be in the stadium at the Newcastle game.
Okay.
There was the article that came out that said where the Shakhtar I think Shane posted it too. The Shakhtar, was it GM or whoever it was, say him have a meeting You have a phone conversation with Arsenal.
They look like him a defend money though, Greg. I don't know. I don't like these kind of Russian people. They're like, oh yeah, you know.
Let me take a look at money where them I get. Right, they can't even play in their home stadium now. How would them play? Poland them play them games?
Must be so.
I don't even know. Because them league not even going. There's Champions League alone them have to play right now.
But one more thing before we leave that City thing. There was a report I read recently where them say City want to swap Grealish for Leo at AC Milan.
Rafael Leo?
Yep, that's the last thing I read about them. So that they want that City have that on the table to swap. They want to make that swap.
By Leo, I mean,
AC Milan doesn't want to let him go, but that's the and well, them have concern.
Chelsea should try and sign him.
Huh?
That's who I think would fit in Chelsea right now, Leo.
yeah.
Chelsea need him. He's a striker, you know. He's not a winger. Chelsea need him more than anybody else right now. That's who Chelsea should try and sign. Not saying we really want to see it happen, but you know, for Chelsea's sake, that would be a good signing.
It's 100 million.
I don't really see him working out in City either, because if you think Grealish not pass the ball quick enough, I don't know if you watch Leo play.
Yeah.
He's younger, more malleable.
If in a play out your wings, it'll be difficult for him.
Yeah. Gentlemen, we both will close off, you know. But we have to touch upon the Pele thing before we close off.
But you haven't talked to Blacks about that because you never watch him play. You're too young.
Also, and I have. Imagine that.
You're held up on the group, Blacks.
Hey.
Greg, you will have me. Stop it.
No.
Watch videos, but we're willing to listen to the man them who actually watch him play.
well, none of us here ever watch him play. But listen, well, you know, the one thing that I remember about Pele is that we all, well, me and Greg went when I go to school. Then give us one book named The World's Greatest in Sports.
Guys, give me that.
And we never like to read, but it's the only book that we read.
Pele, George Headley, Muhammad Ali,
Pele,
Cassius Clay, bad man.
Donald Quarry, all of them.
That's another book. I read that book.
Yeah. So and from that time, and that's before we used to have a lot of video evidence of Pele game. Yep. We just what you used to read, because back then, you know, in the 80s when I go primary school. And
so before you go any further, after you read that book, you go and go stuff all your socks them together. Yeah. You go home, go try that. Because that was his first ball. You know,
his first ball, you stuff your socks them together and you kick them and you play keep up with them. And which is actually we used to do, which was a good thing. And that's what we used to learn to play keep up by stuffing your socks them together and just keep up the socks them. So when I went younger, that's what we do. But again, from that time, from that book, that was our first introduction to Pele. Most of us youngsters in Jamaica back then, we took what everybody said that he was the best, and everything we read at that time said that he was the best. I don't think anything that I've seen about him in the clips that we have watched since we have gotten older. Actually, you know, sometimes you hear things and then you say, when you actually see some evidence, you say, yeah, these people are overstating it. You know, they were overstating his greatness. They were, you know, they were just writers who were just very fancy with words. I think that it's the opposite. I don't think some of them did enough justice. The guy was that good, you know? Pele was that good. You know, from everything that we have seen, all the clips, all the videos that we have seen, all the grainy videos where Greg stay up and watch late night. You know, because he tell that he does watch those videos. But the man was just amazing. And the best thing about him that he transcends football, he transcends sport. His name is now synonymous with greatness. And, you know, it's... we're all gonna go sometime, and it's he did 82. 82. Yeah. It's a good score, man. That's a good score in cricket.
A good leg, man.
That's a wonderful score, you know, and no, that's it's good that the world had a person like
that. Open the back right through the innings and make 82.
My gosh, 82. No, man, that's a great score.
A good score, man. Yeah, I mean, similar to what Black said. Start with that book. What about the name again?
The World Greatest in Sports. I'm gonna look for it. We're gonna try to read it now again.
Actually, I read that book before I reach the grade where they have it now.
Because the only thing could get to read.
I have an older cousin too where they did the grade 5 and they have it. Yeah. And same with it. I'm TV all the time book back and read it. You see me? So me get introduced to the book even before the peers them. But yeah. And then when you start watch videos like I say, the only thing, I mean, and Shane go tell us a farmers are that play against it. But you know, people go always question his opposition back then. But what I said to the people who were questioning opposition then is, well, Pele was ahead of his time. You know, because the things that he did, the things that he tried. I mean, you see young players these days that do it. You hear people say, "Oh, all right, Mr. Pele do stuff where Ronaldinho made famous in the YouTube age." But when you go back and watch old videos, Pele was doing those kind of stuff. You know, the bicycle kick. I don't know if anybody do it before him. When he was 17 and 17 when he played the World Cup of Sweden,
Yeah.
he was 17 in that World Cup.
17
At
and first
Sweden,
World
right?
Cup.
His first World Cup was 17, yeah.
That was the one in Sweden, right? Was it 58 in Sweden?
No.
Whichever one he played in Sweden where him scored hat trick in that final to if me not lie. One of the goals was a bicycle. You know, so him the things that he was doing on the football field, like nobody was even thinking about that. You know, it was just a traditional pass or long or cross. You know, not no tricks, no flicks. So it's like Jordan revolutionized the game, and you know, the years of Kobe and LeBron after him, you know, them are compete to be goats, but the people who watch Jordan or watch Dr. J go always tell you say, you know, they did this before. You know, that's it. That's the thing with Pele, and we can't try force the youngsters them because if they're watching Neymar, if they're watching Messi, if they're watching Cristiano Ronaldo, if they're watching Mbappe, I mean, it's hard to force them and tell them, say, look, Pele is the greatest, and you have to hold that. You know, that's unfair to them. But the least we can do is tell them that this is the trendsetter. You know, that's basically how me look upon him, man. I goat for me. Me Argentine fan, but he's the goat.
That
A
was
two, a two Brazilians me always rate, and is I'm gonna watch Pele, see clips, and then watch R9. It's Pele and R9. They always give them the credit.
I think that's. I think it was what you said that you pay homage or homage for the what these individuals do for game. You know, from a wider aspect. Obviously, these people when they was playing, it wasn't as big as it is now. And what we know today as the Champions League and the game being as big as it is, it kind of get diffused from what it was back then. And these individuals who carry game, and even when he fought over here in America and play for the Cosmos and kind of capture, the imagination of people in North America, it's huge. It's absolutely huge for the game on a whole. So yeah, again, just paying homage to individuals who did it before. And it don't even matter, we'll talk and we'll have our opinions. It don't even matter who you think the GOAT is. I mean, again, the idea is that these people done a lot for the game in furthering the endeavor for and making the game what it is today that we love. And that's why we're here, that we are so infatuated with the game that we can sit down and talk for an hour and 40 minutes, and can't get enough of it. That is what these individuals get credit for. That's it, really.
And he did it for over 20 years, right?
Yeah.
Playing at a high level.
Yeah, yeah,
That is great.
yeah. You can't, again, the people who talk about the levels and then try and the track or ask questions about it. That is fine. But what you have to give credit for is him moving the game and being an ambassador for the game. And I always like seeing him because he always seemed like such a joyful individual. When you see him, at World Cups, etc. You know what I mean? So an individual like him, massive respect. R.I.P. For everything in the field game.
And something else to that too. One of the debates some here is because he never played in Europe. You know, people always say, yeah, you want to play Brazilian league. But back then, what them call Club World Cup now. I don't remember what the name was. Shoes. I don't remember what the name of the competition was, but it was basically Europe versus South America.
Yeah, the winners of Europe versus South America. Yeah.
And
Kick off them face same.
he beat Benfica with
Eusebio was there at the time, right?
Eusebio. Yeah, he beat Benfica with Eusebio, and he beat somebody else. I don't remember if it was Real or one of them other teams, but
AC Milan. I think it was AC Milan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
and that's when those cups were as big as what we are calling Champions League now. You know, it meant that much whenever those cards, because South America and Europe never used to play that much against each other in anything at all. You know, it was that big of a deal, and it was something. I think he scored 3 goals in one of those games, and Eusebio scored 2. So it was like, I used to say at the time, who them say at the time was the other person who then say was
Black Panther
up there, you know? Yeah, man. But it's like there's nothing you can take away from them, man. But the impact to me, even more than the football, is what makes him the greatest. Because I don't think any other footballer has made the impact that he has, and that to me is a tiebreaker. While you can probably say there are talents that have come forward now, which have benefited from him, in my view, the fact that he was there before, you know. But the talent then may be even greater now. But the impact, nobody else will have the impact that he has had on football. You know, it
at the time when have the impact too.
Huh?
And the time too. When
Yeah.
you have that impact.
All of it. Yep, you're right.
as a black player back then, you know, everything was basically against him at that time. You know,
The man quit football. You know, he actually in the 60s he quit football.
Yeah,
He was not going back after they kicked the hell out of him. He actually couldn't finish 2 World Cup, because his second World Cup he didn't even play in the final. They kicked him so much that he actually could not play. He actually quit after that. He actually had to unretire from international football to play in the 1970 World Cup because of how much kicks he used to get. And the British players will tell her, when we go out there, we were just gonna kick the hell out of him until see if we can kick him for him to stop, to give up. Yeah. It's amazing, man. I said his impact is just more than anybody else, and that's the difference.
Moggy said Romario was brilliant. Yeah, Moggy, but
Moggy talk about Romario in the same conversation with Pele.
No. Probably we mentioned the 2 Brazilian players, them in Pele and
R9. Let's talk about Pele and R9.
Black, we go for Black him.
Romario did bad too, but you know, in career.
My thing with Pele is, me have nothing bad to say about Pele. My remarks was Pele was always ahead of theme generation.
Mhm.
Was levels above the man them we used to play with. Levels. Like it not even did close. You see me? And the impact when I have on the game, as our Black say, is next to none other. We can't think of nobody in no other sports. Nobody in no other sports. I good. 3 World Cup. Good.
Not just being a passenger, like, you know.
Yeah.
Being a pivotal part of that team, you know. And funny enough, though, it's not like Brazil, we have a few other
Great.
Yeah, but
Richard was on one, you know, the great Rivoli, you know, Carlos Alberto, you know.
Yeah.
He mentioned that in one of the interviews, say him team them was actually some good teams. Him say even the one when he did 17, him say him did just that for that World Cup.
Anyway, Bojo.
Yep. Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Before Blacks get locked out.
When again?
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
I will mention in our group chat, but that's the show. Thanks to everybody who tuned in. Big up themselves. Fruit Sports TV, man, them big up themselves. And until next time.
Liverbird, kick off Leicester face.
Happy New Year to the viewers and subscribers.
Respect.
Yeah, man. And thanks for joining us in 2022, and we hope to be much more consistent in 2023.
2023.
And set your clock against it. And if we don't find us here, we go find us on another channel, but we're gonna be here talking about football and the internet.
What's that?
Listen.